This time I got a little cheap DVD player, one of these ones that had karaoke and all that crap built in, given to me. It sounds like crap. Let's take a quick look at it and see what's wrong. So I was given this Nintanus, I guess it is, DVD player. This is, I guess, a karaoke type unit. It's got echo and mic volume and all that crap. So it probably plays all the different karaoke discs and so forth. I tried playing a CD on this thing. It's an MP3 CD, and it just sounds absolute garbage. All distorted. It just sounds like absolute crap. Anyway, let's pop the top off this thing and just see what's inside it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything on this. It just sounds like garbage. I thought it was the speakers were blown at first. I thought, what? Did I blow the speakers on my TV? But no, they sound fine on other inputs. I also plugged this into my amplifier, and it sounds equally as bad when playing a CD. I haven't tried a DVD on it yet, but a CD sounds like absolute garbage. Fortunately, I do have the remote, so it might be a setting in the menu somewhere. But let's just pop the top off this thing first and see what's inside it. It has an unusually large number of screws for a cheap DVD player. It does have component output, 2 video out, an S video, coaxial and optical out on it. So it's got all the outputs that you would want for a DVD player, except for HDMI, of course. But for that we have Blu-ray players. So let's take a look at this drive inside here and just see what it's all about. It's got a nice little separate power supply and the basic run-of-the-mill drive. But what if we want to look at the laser? That's why we just break it off. Now we can look at the laser if we want. This is a CDR that's playing on here, but if I close the drawer, we should see the laser come on, which we do. If I switch it to night shot, we should see the visible and the infrared. There's the visible and the infrared, the red and the infrared. So it does have a dual laser, which would be expected because it does play CDR and CDRW. But it sounds like a piece of crap. Here's the microphone input here, microphone preamp, and this looks like this has probably got the echo control and everything in there for the microphone. There's another little circuit board in the front here, and this looks to be the microphone preamp. But let's see why this thing's making such a racket, because it sounds like crap. I'm looking at the remote control here, and I see some setup features on here, so let's just take a look at the screen. Okay, what happens if I press the setup button? I see general setup, I see audio setup and video setup. Let's try audio setup. Speaker setup, okay, it's set for down mixed stereo. Okay, that looks normal. SPDIF is turned off. Dolby Digital. So dynamic range is not compressed. Equalizer, here we go. What mode is it in? Oh, looks like it's in living room. Let's just turn that off. That might be why it's sounding so bad. Bass boost, it's on. We'll turn that off. Super bass is off. Okay, I must make sure all these settings. Treble boost is off. Might be why it sounds so bad. 3D processing is set for rock. Looks like, yeah, let's turn it off. That might be why this thing sounds as bad. Reverb mode. HDCD filter. Okay. Exit setup. Preference setup. What's preference setup? Oh, audio. Okay. Subtitle. English. Disk menu. Default. Okay, exit. Let's just try playing it now and see if it sounds any better. Oh yeah, I can hear it already. Okay, so yeah. Guess why it was sounding so bad. Turn the surround crap off on this thing and it'll sound a little bit better than it did with that crap turned on. Plug it into my regular amplifier. Actually, it doesn't sound too bad. I'll load up a regular DVD this time and see if it will play my DVD. We should see the laser on this thing, because I snapped off that guard. And indeed it plays the DVD just fine. The picture looks as I would expect for a basic DVD player, so I guess this one does work. It just sounded like crap because somebody was in there messing with the settings and picking these 3D audio settings, which does nothing but cause distortion. At least on that music it did. Maybe on something with less dynamic range, but it doesn't sound good. Playing a DVD looks good on it. So I don't have much to show on this thing other than this basic cheap DVD player that was given to me. It doesn't even need a new belt. But hey, now we can see the laser at work. You know, lasers are always cool. In my books anyway, lasers are always cool. Now it's on high-speed scan. So you can see the laser moving out as it skips through the disc tracks for time-wise. It's got a good picture on search as well. I wonder how long it would last if it was put in 24-hour operation. Looks like it was made by ASA Tech. Take a look at the drive motor. Is it what's it look like for a motor? This one. This looks to be just one of the cheap drives. If you look down at the drive motor down there, it just looks like a standard. Yeah, it is just it's like a little Mitsumi motor. So I wonder how long that would last if it was really run. I have a old DVD in the house that I use for canned content. On one of my modulators, I have a whole stack of DVDs that I recorded off of various satellite feeds and stuff. Back in the mid-2000s, like between 2003 and 2009, I must have recorded 50 or more discs, most of them are 4 hours long, of popular TV shows of the time, like Cops and Forensic Files and all that other crap. And I just recorded them onto DVD just for the hell of it. And I've got a player that I run. I just use it for canned crap on one of my analog channels. And this player, it's an old Zenith. I think I paid like 50 bucks for it when I bought it. And it's got to be from 2005 or 2006. It's very old. But this thing has run 24 hours a day for many years. Just plays discs because it has an auto repeat, so I can click on the auto repeat button and it'll just play the entire disc over and over again, and then every so often I'll go and swap out the disc for another disc. And it just keeps on going forever. I should take that player apart and just see what's in it, because it has got so many hours on this thing. I'm surprised that it still works, but it does. And And literally, I never shut it off. Anyway, not much to show on this one. Nothing really wrong with it, other than the remote control does things that I didn't expect it to do. Check out my sign. I'm pressing buttons on this remote control for this DVD player, and it screwed my sign up. It's made my sign go backwards. Now I gotta figure out how to get it the other way. Oh, now it's changing messages. It's backwards though. What the heck? This thing's messed my sign up. Oh, there we go. So the right arrow on this reverses my sign. Makes it a mirror image. That's funny. There we go. Oh, now it puts this message up. I haven't seen that message come up in forever. That is very strange. There's a remote for this somewhere around here on the bench to control this device, and I just never... It used to be stuck right up here. I don't know where I did with it, but it used to be hanging up at the back of the bench. It must be back here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a remote right here. There's the remote for this one. I don't know if it has batteries in it anymore, but... Anyway, this remote for this DVD player, it changes my sign. Interesting. All right, so now it's back to just the regular one. It only plays on here. All right, I guess that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.